I hit the record. Okay, the record button hit. Hopefully it actually records. I'm assuming that it saves at the end.
Yeah, it will save as a file on your desktop.
Let's hope that this all works. But at least we get to talk to each other and we can just tell everybody about it.
Yeah.
Hi, do you want to say hi really quick?
Hi.
Go ahead.
Hi.
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 Okay, I'm going to talk to them for a little bit, okay? Okay. All right, so Katie wanted us to just go over what our biggest takeaways from the success trip were that we just went on in Cancun, whether it's through the trainings or what you learned from being around the other coaches or just kind of like in general takeaways that you had. So I guess we'll just go around and we can each just kind of share some stuff. I'll go first. I only went to one training. I went to the one that Carl did at the beginning because I was super curious to hear about the new stuff. But with that, I took away, I was like, you know, it's kind of like going to a Super Saturday or going to Summit, is that you get the inside information first. And it's really exciting. Like, as much as it's, you know, whenever 21 Day Fix Extreme came out, that was super exciting, but there wasn't like an event around it. And whenever we were down in Cancun and we saw the stuff about Shanti's new program and about the supplements, and especially having Shanti come out and talk to everybody about it and be funny, it just made it so much more energetic, and seeing everybody go crazy about it and seeing his passion and it not just be like, oh, okay, well, Shantini's like required to have one program come out a year or something. It's like he was really into it and really pushed for this to happen, and they wanted, they saw a void and they filled it, you know, because I get a lot of people who talk about, you know, do something that's like Zumba. I do Zumba classes. So it's going to be awesome. And then doing the, my kids are going to bed. And then doing the live workouts, kind of the same thing, just being there in the room with people who are like-minded. And, you know, we do these programs at our house by ourselves, and we see these people on TV. We see other coaches maybe post pictures of their workout, and it's cool, but like you're so like disengaged. But then being right next to this person who you never even met before, and Shanti's up there like yelling at you, and like you're high-fiving, like you just like, it's just this instant bond, and you just feel this instant love for all these people. And on Saturday, I don't know if you guys were at the Shanti workout on Saturday, but whenever he talked at the end and he was talking about coaching and how it's not like, we don't have to worry about, you know, we're going to get people who tell us no all the time, and they're going to say, you know, they might go with a different coach or they might go with like a different program, but that's okay. And just to tell them, you know, well, that doesn't mean like my job stops. Like, I'm still here for you. I'm still a coach regardless of what you choose. My only thing is that you choose something, that you're not just, you know, our conversation doesn't end here, and that we're constantly working on ourselves and showcasing ourselves, and how that's going to, that'll just start attracting people. Like, if we're cool with ourselves, then other people are going to be cool with us. And I thought that was really cool. And I just thought it was neat. Like, he took the time to talk to everybody and talk about coaching. And like, you don't think that they think about that on a day-to-day basis, but they do. And he's so appreciative of, he's so appreciative. One of my coaches just messaged me. But he's like so appreciative of what we do. And it's like, you don't think about that like on a day-to-day basis, because he's such a celebrity, or like Tony or, you know, Autumn, they're such celebrities. And then just being in that room with them and seeing that they love us as much as we love them, it was just really cool. And it just made me appreciate them and everything that they do so much more. So that was one of my takeaways. So if somebody else wants to go.
I can go. Wow, this weekend was really incredible. First of all, it was a vacation, much needed.
Yeah.
just getting away. But everything from the moment that you get to the airport and you start seeing everybody wearing Beachbody clothes, and arriving into the arena where they checked us in, gave us flowers and drinks, and it's like you felt special and important from the very first second, and you felt like a part of something that's much bigger, and that you belong, and that you are part of something that you cannot. I don't think anybody was there and not be a little bit emotional. It's, also everybody in that room, it doesn't matter, the whole 4,000 people who attended, everybody went through a transformation, whether it's physical or financial, so everybody you can learn from everybody because everybody's done something good if they were there, either helped other people, changed their lives, and just the connections and the communication with everybody and conversations and everybody. I left with several new friends that they all, like, the minute they came home, shared with me their trainings and their systems, and it's like they're not even, everybody's so selfless. And that was the most I was just sitting right now on 2 Zoom calls right before this one, with people just sharing their information with me, sending me to their groups and attaching attachments and sending me pictures, and it's just like, just from making those personal connections, everybody want to pay it forward. And that was beautiful. And yeah, obviously, I mean, being around everyone and being at the workouts, and although you're sweating up and, Autumn is like screaming at you, but at the end of the day, they're all people just like us who struggled and changed their life. So for me, it was mostly about the personal connections with everybody. I'm pretty excited, and I can't wait for like the next event to come up. I'm so fired up. Everybody, got me ready to hit the ground running. So I highly recommend for everybody to just go to any event at this point. It's like you get something from everything. But this was strong. This was really strong.
I agree. And kind of piggybacking off of what you said, I know I said that I didn't go to too many of the trainings, but just sitting by the pool, I was reading my personal development, and I had 4 people come up to me and they were like, oh, I love that book, or is that book good? Like, I wanted to read that next. And then we would just like start chit-chatting, like, where are you from? And it was just so neat that like instantly, like at a pool on vacation, like I'm probably not going to really talk to anybody other than like my family. And we're sitting at this pool, and I wanted to talk to people. Like, I would see people with books that I already read, and they were coming up to me and they were like, do you like it? And then it just like would spiral into conversations about like challenge groups, or what are we going through right now? Like, oh, March was awesome for me and I'm struggling this month. Like, what are you doing? And like, we don't even have, and then whenever I'd add them on Facebook, like we don't even have any mutual friends. But like you said, I just added a bunch of them to I have a free group going on right now, and I added a bunch of them to that, and it's just like so much fun. And they're like, that's so cool that you added me to your group without even questioning it. I'm like, why wouldn't I? Like, that's so much fun. So I just love the community, and like you said, that everybody's just willing to share for free, and it's not this like competition thing. Like, well, I'm a 10-star diamond, and blah blah blah. Like, they're not going to talk to us. Like, I just felt like it didn't matter, that everybody just wanted to be friends with everybody.
It's beautiful. And just one more thing to mention before you got on. I was really, I really liked the top 10. That was, I went to Carl when he promoted like the, size and stuff like that. But I went to the top 10, and people like Anita Myron that spoke, and she spoke from the heart, and you could see how emotional she was when she was talking about her growth and her journey. And and then you walk by the pool and you see her, she sits down and she's a simple person, just like everybody else, like the rest of the coaches, but it's just getting personal with everybody. And, we watch them like they're celebrities on our Facebook, and we follow them because they're successful, and we, and they motivate us. But at the end of the day, we're all the same. And it just gives you more, but more belief in yourself that you can actually do that. You can actually sit on that stage if you just want that enough and you work hard for it. So it was really emotional, that part.
I love that. All right, you girls, Julie or Kaylin, what are your big takeaways? Did you guys go to any of the trainings? Like, did you take away anything awesome from any of those?
Yeah, we went to, Kaylin, you went to all of them, right? because we went to Thursday and Friday, but then Saturday we did an excursion. Ashley and I did. So I was blown away at, like you guys were saying, ooh, my hair is all crazy. I was blown away at, like you guys were talking about, just how everybody was so friendly, and you know, it didn't seem or doesn't feel like just because someone is higher than you, you know, they're not willing to share, or they're not willing to. I tell people that all the time. It's not like, oh, well, I'm not going to share with you what got me successful. You know, I'm keeping that for myself. Everybody's always helped each other out. And I was telling Katie, what I really thought was inspiring, or like really touched my heart, was when they did the sit down interview at one of the seminars with all three, Sean, Autumn, and Tony. And I just thought it was just how humble they are. You know, like I don't know Sean's whole story, but even like Max 30, I don't know about you, Erica, but like there's 2 workouts, one in each month, where his speeches he does at the beginning, where that warning thing is rolling, and like he talks, it's just so touching. And he's really like, you know what I mean, to meet them and be in their actual presence, and they're really like that. It's like, it's just so amazing. It just gives you a really good, heartwarming feeling to know that it's real. You know, it's not, they really do care. So I liked that a lot. It was good.
Oh, I agree. Just, I love, it's both intimidating and, like you said, touching whenever he talks to you at the beginning. Sometimes I'm like, oh no, what am I about to do? But I like that it's not just, he makes it like not just a DVD. It's like, no, I'm about to take you on this journey.
Right.
It's going to be hard and you're going to hate me, but let me tell you why I'm doing this and why it's so personal to me. And it's not like putting in, say, like a Jillian Michaels or some random, like I bought it at Target DVD, you know, where they're going to go through the exercises. Like, you get so emotionally invested in these people. And even like somebody like Autumn, she's on Facebook all the time and like messages people, and she's running that Memorial Day group.
Right.
And she literally comments on almost everybody's post in there. And it's not just like, yeah, you can do it, or, you know, like random little things. Like she writes paragraphs to people. Like she likes my posts all the time. And it's like, she doesn't have to do that. She's like this crazy successful person now. But it just shows that they pick and choose trainers who are going to be right for the family and who are right for, you know, for the customers. Because like there are people who probably have nothing and they need that emotional attachment, and they get that from them. Like I might not click well with one of them, but there might be one where I'm like, oh my God, I feel like they're my best friend. Like I need to have my 30 minutes with Sean each day. Cool. All right. How about you, Kaylin?
So I don't know where exactly my biggest takeaway was from. I don't know if it was the top 10 panel where I just kind of had this transformation, or if it was just all together throughout the whole trip. But before I went, like I thought that I was comfortable with inviting, and I thought that I was doing good with inviting. But then there was just one point, and I think it was during the top 10 panel, that I was just like, I'm picking and choosing very carefully who I'm inviting. And I'm telling myself that they don't want to do it, I even ask them. That was with the challenge, like asking them to get a challenge pack, you know. And I wasn't asking people if they wanted to coach at all, just because I was already telling myself like, oh, they don't want me to bug them about this. But then I think just how wonderful the experience was for me at in Cancun, and just realizing that that can be a part of my life forever, and that I can be around these great people at least once or twice a year forever, and this is my job, made me feel so much more confident about asking people if they want to go on this journey with me. Like all of the hesitations were just like taken away, because why wouldn't they want to do that? Or why wouldn't they want to at least be offered that opportunity? And so when I got home, or even Sunday in the airport, I'm like, I'm asking absolutely everyone and anyone I know if they want to do this. And I don't feel hesitant about it at all. So I'm so thankful that I got that experience. And I think that that's going to be the next step in helping so many more people, instead of telling myself they don't want to do it before I even ask them.
I think that's so true, because I know whenever I first signed up as a coach, I didn't go to my first event until it was like a year and a few months into coaching. And then I finally went to a Super Saturday, and Katie was like always inviting me to stuff. And I was like, no, I'm just a hobby coach. I don't have to go to things. But I would see all these pictures, and I'm like, oh, but she looks like she's like, look at all of her friends. They look so cool. And I'm like sitting here by myself. Like, I want to have cool friends. And then I went, and I was sitting there like, why didn't I go to this before? This is so much fun. And it's like basically free. Like, it's free, like friend hangout, like therapy session time. Like, and I remember the first one that I went to, Amy Silverman's story played on the video, and I was just like sitting there crying, and I was like, oh my God, so this is what it is. Oh, this is coaching. And like, I had been coaching for like a year and 3 months, and it finally like hit me in the head. And I was like, oh, this is it. Okay. And then from there, everything just like escalated. So I guess we can maybe end by saying, like, maybe we can each go around and say, because Super Saturday is coming up this week, like, just, maybe one reason why everybody should go to an event. Like, you should stop making excuses not to go. Like you were just saying, Caitlin, like, this is forever. Like that Cancun trip, that wasn't just, we get to go and then, for like next year we don't get to go or whatever. Like, we have Summit coming up. We have Super Saturdays coming up. There's leadership conferences. There's 2 a year now. Like, it's crazy. Like, who knows? They might have 2 success trips a year just to accommodate everybody. Like, they would have to. They'd have to get like 5 ships to go.
We'll have a caravan of ships floating down the ocean.
They'll have to like rent out all of Disney. But yeah, like what you were saying is like, this is your job and you get to go forever. Like, there's no limit on what you get to do. So why put yourself in your own way? Like, I was reading Leaders Eat Last while I was on the trip, and he talks a lot about, the circle of trust. And there's always, it won't ever stop. There's always going to be outside forces trying to get in your way and trying to stop you. There's always going to be a bad economy. There's always going to be like people with bad attitudes. There's always going to be some other product that is trying to be better. That's never going to change. But what has to stay constant is your circle of trust. And that circle of trust is you and your team. And you can't allow anything negative to penetrate that circle of trust, because nothing is worse than having negativity inside the circle. Nothing from the outside can be as bad as if you have inner turmoil like on your team. That will completely destroy a team and destroy you and your confidence a lot faster than somebody with a better product coming in. Because you can always improve your product and make it better. But you can't improve, people fighting or people like in your inner circle working against you. So I always think of like myself as my own circle of trust, and I can't get in my own way. Like, there's going to be other people trying to get in my way, but that's fine. I'm going to push them down, but I can't get in my own way. So for anybody who thinks like, I can't go to Super Saturday, or, I'm not going to be a top coach, I can't go to leadership. Like, yeah, you can. Why not? Seriously, like, why not? And that's why I've been saying in all my posts, I'm like, why not? Like, after I just accomplish this, I'm like, I could do anything. I'm going to leadership. So anybody else have anything to say to somebody who might be like thinking like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to go to Super Saturday on Saturday?
I definitely can say like the Super Saturday in January, I wanted to drive all the way to Pittsburgh and this one too, but the one in January I didn't make it to any. I was like, if I don't go to Pittsburgh, I'm not going. So I kind of put that limiting, I limited myself. I didn't just, go to one around where I live. But after this, being on this trip, I signed up for the one in Philadelphia this weekend instead of, not being able to make it to the one in Pittsburgh and just being like, oh, well, I'm just not going to go again, because it's so motivating. And you just get that excitement and, you want to grow, and it's so exciting. I just can't wait to see everybody again.
Isn't it fun? Like, even
I know.
Like, I just want to take pictures with people.
And Summit, like, I can't wait. And I miss everyone already. And it's only been, 2 days? And it's like, I miss everyone so much.
I know.
So,
I would say to anybody who is new, because I missed my first Super Saturday when I first joined, because obviously it wasn't important for me back then. But now for me, it's like little family reunions. And that's what Cancun was about. That's what Summit is. It's like a big family reunion. And I met actually 2 of my best friends. They're not, in my organization, but I met them at Super Saturdays locally here. So this Super Saturday, we're planning to meet up. There is a size workout, and then we're going to sit down and actually network with other coaches, and we're going to do like a mastermind group. So make it your own, make it fun. You can motivate other people even if you're new. You can make new friends. You can network. Even if a lot of people don't feel that that's like they're business builders and it scares them off. Just go, The least you can do is have some fun. But you're going to benefit from it. You're going to see the new size workout. Everybody are probably going to do it, or there's a lot of benefits for it, why to go, and it's worth it. Go.
Yeah, I think even just to do the workout is reason enough to go. Because that's so much fun. Like, I was so intimidated whenever I went to Summit and I did my first big group workout. I was like, oh my God, what if I have to stop? Because I stopped at home. And then I looked around, I'm like, oh, everybody's doing it. Okay. Like, it didn't matter. And everybody was like high-fiving. And it was just so cool to have somebody up on stage directing you, and you're in this big herd of people doing the same thing and you're dying. Like, something about that is just so awesome.
I agree.
Okay, does anybody have anything to add? Or are we good?
Are we starting a countdown for Summit?
I think it's like 86 days. Is that right? Something like that.
I was looking at the Summit website and I was like, do they have a calendar up yet? And it's like so general because I think they don't know what to do with all the people yet.
There's did you download the app to your phone? Good.
86 days right here.
Yes.
I know, I felt really sad. I didn't take away my Cancun app yet, but I put it next to it. And I was like, oh, it's our
know.
Okay, well then I guess I'll see everybody in Nashville.
All right.
Thanks for coming on, you guys.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.